Hello everyone, my name is Stefan Junge. I'm the head of group marketing of the Gonvarri Material Handling Group. I'm here in Swindon, UK, and today I'm here with Aaron Thornton, the managing director of Dexion in UK. And today we will talk a little bit about the legacy, about the business, and also our special topic for today is small part storage. And we will talk a little bit about experience and how the market is developing. But before we start, Aaron, please introduce yourself.
Yes, as you said, my name's Aaron Thornton. I'm Managing Director of Dexion Material Handling here in the UK. I've been with the company for just over 18 months, but I've been in the materials handling industry for just over 22 years.
Okay, so quite experienced.
I know it well.
Okay, and how would you describe Dexion in 3 words?
Developing.
Okay.
Improving. Stronger.
Okay,
yeah,
stronger.
For sure.
What is the story or the legacy behind Dexion? Could you describe that in your words?
Yeah, it started in 1947 by an Australian-Greek chap, Dimitri Komino. Actually started with a company called Crisson Printing and developed shelving to store printer rolls on the end of the printing lines. And from that, he then developed Dexion into wider storage, invented what we now know as a slotted angle. And then through the 1950s, 60s and onwards, kept developing and improving storage systems to stand to where we are today.
So that means we are kind of a pioneer in developing racking and shelving.
Yeah, one of the first.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely one of the first.
It's interesting. And what are some of the milestones you think are important to know for our audience?
The company has grown particularly recently through acquisition under Gonvarri. Good stewardship, good management at a group level, and recognizing where we need to be, where we want to be in the materials handling industry. And we now have a wide portfolio of products manufactured all under the group umbrella, which I don't think not everybody knows about. And I'm proud to advertise that and to push that within the UK market.
Okay, so I think we will come to that later. You will also attend to a huge trade fair this year in UK.
Yeah, first time in a long time. So we're off to the IMHX Materials Handling Exhibition at the NEC in September. It's been many, many years since Dexion has been there, and I'm delighted to be able to go this year.
Okay, and what you are going to exhibit there?
For us, we're going to take a couple of different parts of the business, perhaps things that people haven't seen before. I won't say too much because I'd like people to come and have a look and see what we're up to. But we have a great story to tell, not only of what we've been up to over the last 20 years or so, but certainly what we've been up to since 2018.
Okay, so we need a bookmark, yeah?
Of course.
In autumn this year to have the chance to meet you and your team in person there. What are, let's say, ongoing changes in the industry, and what are, let's say, kind of answers you're going to provide as one of the major brands here in the UK?
We've seen big changes. I'm going to use the C word, COVID.
Yeah.
I think that changed the market quite seismically, particularly in the UK, where we are an island. We were very reliant on just-in-time logistics supply chains. We did see a boom in 22, 23 on large pallet racking installations, people holding more stock locally rather than relying on those just-in-time deliveries from Europe. But also we've seen changes within technological advances within the materials handling industry and in our own world, which has been traditionally the static environment. Even now we're making progress into software, into mobile semi-automation systems, which has really been the driving force behind the developments that we see within the materials handling world in the sector and areas that we're strong in.
Okay, and when we take a look into the past and also a little bit into the future, what are some significant or important achievements that Dexion or the team can be proud of?
I think the collaboration between the different countries, between the different companies that we have, We have different parts of the business that are manufacturing vertical lifts, manufacturing shuttle systems, manufacturing mobile pallet rack. We have an automation division now, manufacturing automation both for cartons and pallets. And I really think the collaboration between all those different countries, all those different entities, really coming together under the one Gonvari umbrella to push and penetrate each local market and use the strengths of the group to develop the marketplaces.
Taking a look into the future, what are, let's say, important goals and objectives for the next 3 to 5 years? What you're going to say?
From my own perspective in the UK, it's establishing Dexion as the go-to brand. Dexion brand recognition is incredibly strong. I'll give you a story of when I first moved into the position some 18 years ago. I was speaking to my neighbour, who's an 85-year-old guy who's worked all of his career in healthcare. And I said I was moving to Dexion, and he said to me, okay, it's the shelving, it's the storage guys. And it's that legacy that we need to strengthen. We need to bring that back into the UK, which is what we've been actively doing over the last 18 months, but also under the Gonvari umbrella, we've been doing that throughout Europe and really bringing the value of Dexion and what we stand for into the UK marketplace.
When we take a look at the UK market, are there, let's say, specific industries that we are focused on? Or I think cold chain logistics is also an important industry. Also, when I take a look at our portfolio, or what you're saying, is there a trend at the moment?
Yeah, if you look at some of our products that we have, they suit themselves very well to particular market sectors. If you look at Movo, mobile pallet racking particularly lends itself to this sector of cold chain logistics, which is primarily and predominantly where we've been. But also now looking at Movo, mobile pallet racking systems, into what you would say non-traditional market sectors that would use that type of technology, where people are short on warehousing space. We can utilize that, diversifying ourselves within different markets. We also have things like vertical lift technology, very predominantly used in pharma, not only in the UK, but also in Ireland and on the continent. And really using the product range that we had and looking at each market sector at what it can be developed, what can be improved by using that portfolio of products.
So when we take a look at the customer base, I think there are still a lot of customers there that they are looking for a bridge technology between manual and semi-automated warehouse solutions. Is that correct? Or
Yeah, very much so. The drive for semi-automation or efficiency improvements within storage and pick-pack operations.
Also inventory management?
Absolutely. We carry good software capabilities, TC+, through vertical lift or through Movo, and really utilizing the technologies we have, not only to look at what people would traditionally look at the storage industry, storing by pallet numbers or case numbers, but really looking at throughputs, efficiency of throughput, pick rates, and really calling upon different products from our portfolio to suit not only storage, but also pick rates and improvements that can be made within pick-pack operations.
When you think about that, do you have any specific customer projects in mind that are interesting to mention by now?
Yeah, we've got a number that we've started to have conversations with. We've got one which is a very large vertical farm company based here in the UK, and they're an existing client of ours, but also good conversations being had with those guys about widening the scope of supply, not just to UK, but also into Europe, into Asia, into America. Interesting, we're currently working with a large UK university on some different projects and schemes that they've got, as well as our traditional base, which is retail, 3PL.
For those who are not so familiar with that, what is vertical farming?
So vertical farming, the concept of vertical farming has been around for a number of years, and I've previously worked with vertical farm companies in previous roles. really where you start looking at the utilization of the vertical space, and growing plants or trees, or salad products, and growing those within a controlled environment, using vertical rack, and we supply our technology and products into that environment.
Okay, that means that is an answer to urbanization, at least, yeah?
Yeah.
And we are good positioned there. We talked about technology and trends and so on, but we also need the people behind that.
Yeah, our business is people,
Yeah.
and we're currently sat in our customer experience center here in Swindon. We've got new products sat behind us, and we're improving those, not only for the customers to come in and learn, because whilst we have the product portfolio, we also need to bring our customers in and educate them and train them, and that's exactly what we use our facility for here. We have a very good partner network within the UK, and they're free to use the facility either directly with them, or they're free to use the facility for their own customers to come in. But we use it very much as a training base for our own staff, our own personal development, where we bringing a new demographic into the organisation. The industry that we sit in is quite traditional, can be quite traditional at times, but we've got absolutely, particularly here in Dexion in the UK, a new demographic, a younger demographic coming in. Excited to be in the industry, can see the technological advances that we're making, the improvements that we make to businesses, not only within their own businesses, but also their clients' businesses as well. And we use this facility for that, to train and develop our own staff.
So we talked about people, technology, trends. Where do you see Dexion in 5 years?
It's exciting. I'm excited to see what the next period of time lends itself to. We have good ambitions in the UK, strong ambitions in the UK. I think using the technology that we have within the product portfolio, the premises that we have here in Swindon, the people that we have, the knowledge that we have in the industry. I'll give you one example. We've got a gentleman here who's just completed 41 years with the organisation.
Wow.
So, the ability to leverage all of those over the next 5 years, I think is fantastic, and we're incredibly ambitious for Dexion in the UK.